welcome. Thanks for joining this afternoon's Basic Flow. You are here. If you have blocks or something similar to blocks, books, I have been using boxes of broth. They're always nice to have on hand for when we are doing poses where the floor feels really far away, like a forward fold or a lunge. So maybe have some blocks close by. And then join me on your mat in a comfortable seat. So for some of you, that comfortable seat might actually be on your knees. It might be in more of a Baddha Konasana with the feet together and the knees open. I'm just crisscross applesauce and sensing my sits bones rooting down. And then I'm noticing my spine. And maybe close your eyes here and just begin to notice the length of your spine. Allow the spine to be tall, but not strict, right? So there's a little give in the spine, but the heart is lifted and the head, you can imagine a string lifting from the crown of the head, the tippy top of the head, towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulders from the ears and then drop the mind towards the heart. Often it feels like we would rather be anywhere than right here. Yet right here is where we are, and it's where our power lives. In that way, these simple practices can be some of your most powerful because we move in a more mindful way. We're moving in a slower, somewhat gentler way, and that allows you to adjust as necessary. So in any practice on your mat, if you move into a pose that doesn't feel right and good in your body, it's probably not. So as you take these next few moments to again drop into the feeling body that keeps us present, right? Do so with a kindness and a curiosity, and give yourself permission to adjust whatever you need to adjust here on your mat. And then you'll notice that that practice carries off the mat as well. So now noticing the breath, carry the breath in through the nose, and then exhale out of the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth. And a third time, inhale through the nose, sigh it out. Let's add a little movement here. Inhale, draw the arms above the head. Again, noticing the shoulders. You want to feel the outside of the arms lengthening while that inner shoulder drops from the ear. Right? It's this nuance, but it's meaningful. So the shoulders feel like they're dropping from the ears, but the armpits are lifting. Notice the side bodies. Take a full breath in, lift through the chest. As you exhale, turn to the right, left knee, or left hand to right knee. Bring the right hand back. My hand is on the finger pads, the palm is lifted. Gently, the eyes drift over the right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now inhale, reach both arms above the head. And now we'll take the twist to the opposite side. Bring the left hand back. Again, I'm on the fingertips. My palm is up. My right hand pressing into the left knee. Take the eyes over the left shoulder. Again, the spine remains tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then inhale, come back through the center. Hands to knees. we're gonna cat-cow. So inhale, the chest is gonna pull forward, and then you're gonna exhale round the back as you hollow the belly. And inhale, drawing the heart forward. Exhale, round and tuck. See if you can feel that expansion vertebra by vertebra. Right? Same if that moving forward motion. And round. Right? Allowing that experience of the breath to be almost exquisite. Right? We barely notice the fact that we're breathing. I mean, thank goodness the body does it on its own, right? If left to my own devices, I'd probably forget to breathe. Nice. And then draw yourself up to a neutral spine. Again, bringing the arms above the head. Draw your palms to heart center. And take a moment here to consider your intention, your purpose. Call it your why, but that will guide your practice, your movements, your choices as you move through this yoga experience. And then when you're ready, bring your palms to the mat and let's lift up into a tabletop pose. You may want to tap out the tops of the feet since you were sitting on them a little bit. And then curl the toes under, draw the heels towards, or the hips toward the heels, come into child's pose. And then again, inhale, lift yourself up to tabletop. And exhale, draw the hips back, child's. Inhale, lift up, tabletop. Exhale, draw the hips back, child's pose. Inhale, lift up, tabletop pose. On an inhale, take the right leg back. Keep the foot on the floor. Feel the right leg extend. Notice the chest. Feel the chest remain strong between the arms. Your navel is pulled up towards the spine. Right? Imagine you're pulling your waist in. Keep that core engagement. Inhale, float the right leg towards the wall behind you. See that the heel and the hip align. And then imagine that that right knee is turning towards the floor. We call that an internal rotation. This helps align the hips. Stay here, experience this moment, or float the left arm up. Turn the thumb towards the sky and draw that left shoulder back. Again, imagine the shoulder drawing away from the earlobe while the armpit is lengthening forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, nice spinal balance here. Right, simple, not easy. Keep pressing through the right palm, lengthen through the spine. Bring the left hand down, right foot past the left side of the mat. Feel that right side body expand. Right, imagine you're pulling the rib cage to the seam of your shirt. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring the right knee to the mat. Cat-cow, again, imagine vertebra by vertebra dropping into each pose. Dropping into the moment around the back as you tuck the chin. And then inhale, lowering the spine. The last thing to lift is the chin. And then exhale, rounding the back. Inhale, moving with the breath. Exhale, rounding the spine. Come back to that neutral body. Again, feeling that waist pull in, the navel hugging up. Take the left leg back. Again, for now, just feel the length of that left leg. Feel the chest remain between the arms. Head neutral, neck neutral. Breathe in, breathe out. With that core support, lift the left leg. Again, the heel aligned to hip. There's that internal rotation, so the knee It feels as though it's turning towards the mat. Breathe deeply in, deeply out. And then float the right arm forward, thumb up, shoulder back. Yeah, find your center. Don't be afraid of it, and breathe steady in, steady out. Right, so often we tend to shy away from that innate strength, right? We forget that we have it. So let this just be a reminder. Again, there's the power in your presence, right? Just being right here. Bring the right palm down. Take the left foot past the right side of the mat. Foot on the ground. Take a peek over the right shoulder. Breathe deeply in, completely out. Begin to even sense the space between your ribs. And then gently the left knee to the mat. Begin to curl the toes under, and again feel the hips dropping back. Scoot the hands forward a little bit, palms rooted, fingers spread wide, like jazz hands. You're gonna feel as though you're pushing the mat away from you and pulling it towards you. And again, notice the shoulders, the upper back opening. Feel them continue to broaden and almost drift towards the hips. Begin to float the knees about an inch off the ground. Feel that sensation, feel the quadriceps turning on. And then lift the hips a little higher. Feel the heels dropping down. They might not touch the ground, that's okay. The knees can be bent. Here you are, downward facing dog. Relax the neck. Gently roll the head side to side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. Inhale. Heels lift up. Look forward. Step your feet towards your hands. Option for blocks here if you have them. If you don't have blocks, you can always bring your hands to your shins. Right. Feet rooted down. Inhale. Lift halfway. The hips are back, chest forward. Full breath in. Exhale and fold. Again, inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. And a third time, inhale, lift halfway. Feel the toes lift off the ground. Introduce yourself to each corner of each foot. Nice. Lower the toes down, fold forward. Little bend of the knees. On an inhale, gently guide yourself all the way up to stand. Reach your arms above the head. Again, shoulders down, but the armpits lifted. Catch the left wrist. Take a side bend to the right. Inhale through the middle. Take a side bend to the left. Inhale through the center, fill your lungs. Exhale, fold forward as you bend the knees. Inhale, lift halfway. Step your hands, or bring your hands to the mat, step your feet back, high plank pose. Again, feel the quadriceps engage, feel the tailbone slide back. Feel the chest between the arms. A little forgiveness in the elbows, breathe in. Feel the elbows bend straight back, straight back, straight back. Lower all the way down, nice and easy. Low cobra, untuck the toes, draw the navel towards the legs, and lift the heart. Exhale, lower. Again, sliding the hands a little further back, come into a low cobra. Exhale, lower. Slide the hands a little further back. Feel the full palm press down. Again, gather the navel, draw the shoulders back away from the ears, away from the mat. Feel the upper back engage. Inhale, lift up, maybe a little higher, cobra. Exhale, lower. Child's pose. Child's pose is a safe space to practice anytime on your mat, right? Or anytime in your day. If you need a moment to just reconnect. This is a good pose to drop into if you have a bellyache. It's where I tell my kids to rest if they don't feel super good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. Feel those palms reconnect to the ground. Again, choose to stay here or begin to lift yourself up and back to a downward facing dog. And drawing the hips towards that back corner where the ceiling meets the wall behind you. Feeling the palms press down. Again, there's a push and a pull. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look between the hands and step the right foot forward. Now you may want to draw the knee to the nose first and step the right foot between the hands and then walk the right foot closer to the right edge of the mat. You're going to plant the back heel down about 45 degrees. We're setting up for a warrior one. So for a moment, just feel your legs engage. Feel the feet rooted down, and again, the breath in the lungs. Sensing each corner of each foot. On an inhale, lift yourself up. Nice. Draw your palms to the hips. So you're going to draw the right hip back and the left hip forward. This is why you want your feet in two different lanes of traffic. There's a natural stopping point. It might be north of that left corner of the mat. So that's fine. You want your shoulders and your hips to align so that the spine stays strong. Again, alignment, you have to feel it in your body, but you want to bring mindful awareness to it. Drawing the arms up, again, the shoulders are dropped, but the side bodies are long. Feel the tailbone drop towards the ground. And then feel the instep, that little arch of the left foot lift up. And notice how that fires that whole leg. Bring yourself into the sensations of this moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right? It's the moment that we have. It might not be the one we want, but here we are. Keep the breath steady. Take another full inhale. Hands to the ground. You can go right to a down dog, or again, meet in high plank pose. Breathe in, feel the tailbone drift back, the quads fire. Inhaling completely here. As you exhale, elbows straight back. Take it easy through chaturanga, and lower all the way down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, release. Let's travel back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. Look forward. Step the left foot between the hands and then draw the knee towards the nose and then step lightly. Heel toe that left foot towards the edge of the mat. Drop that right heel down about 45 degrees and feet on two different edges of the mat. Pressing through each footprint. On an inhale, rise up. Warrior one. Hands to hips. Again, feel that left hip drop back so the right hip moves forward. It's probably closer towards turning towards that front right corner of the mat this time. Shoulders, hips align. Feel that tailbone drift down. Again, bring that right instep towards the ceiling. The inside of that right leg engages. Left knee right over the ankle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Reach the arms above the head. Drop the shoulders. Right, drop the weight, but find the length. Inhale. Exhale. Right, really come into your legs. Notice how the strength of that foundation allows the side bodies to get a little longer. Another full breath in here. Hands to the ground. Again, high plank or float right to downward facing dog. Move through chaturanga as an option. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Low cobra. Downward facing dog. Draw yourself right back up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. Inhale, look forward, step the right foot between the hands. We're gonna drop into warrior one again. Reach the arms up, we'll move a little faster this time, but we're gonna add on pressing through the feet. That left instep is lifted. Bring the hands back, keep the chest forward. Lightning bolt pose, breathe in, breathe out. And then fire up that right glute, that right sits bone. Pressing through the right foot. We're gonna hop once and then twice, airplane pose. There could be a little bend in that right knee, but like we did in that spinal balance, feel that left knee turn towards the floor. An internal rotation. Breathe deeply in, deeply out. Take another full breath here. Exhale out. Nice. And then gently bend the right knee. Bring the left foot to the back of the mat. Keep the heel lifted. Hips square now. Reach the arms above the head. High lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to the ground. Low lunge. Again, option for blocks. Find length between the right knee and the left heel. And then spin the right arm towards the sky. Feel that right shoulder blade peel back. Maybe the head falls back too. And then right palm down. Downward facing dog. Or again, move through that chaturanga to low cobra to downward facing dog. What we do on one side, we accomplish on the next. It might look different, it might feel a little different, but again, it's just trial and error. We're just moving through the moment we're in. So inhale, look forward, step that left foot between the hands, bring the left foot to the edge of the mat, drop the back heel down. Warrior one, inhale, rise. Feel each corner of each foot press down. Draw the arms back. Feel the chest open. Again, remain equally committed through each foot. Breathe in, breathe out. And then trusting that left foot. On an inhale, lift that right leg once and then twice. Airplane pose. Little bend in that left knee is fine, but feel that right knee turn towards the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, it can be wobbly and shaky. You can drop out and come back in. Use blocks if you need them. Steady, easy, deliberate in the eyes. And then gently begin to bend the left knee a little more. Bring the right toes to the ground. Now we're in a high lunge. Notice that the hips can now square. Shoulders drop, but the armpits lifted. Breathe in, breathe out. And then gently the hands come to the ground, maybe blocks, low lunge. Again, create a little more space across that right hip flexor. Breathe deeply in, deeply out. And then the right hand to the mat or a block. Spin the left arm open, taking a twist. And draw the navel away from the waistband. And then the left palm down. Hands to the ground. And one more time, last chaturanga or right to downward facing dog. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Lift the chest, low cobra. Downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, the heels lift up. Exhale, step feet to hands. Halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up, reach nice and tall. Take those side bends through the middle to the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway and fold. Just pause here. You can draw the hands behind the calves and rest the belly on the thigh bones. The knees can be bent. You may want to even grab opposite elbows if you have that in your practice. Or again, the hands can be on blocks. Just see that the head and the neck are drifting surely towards the ground. See that you can wiggle your toes here. And then inhale, lift halfway and fold. Move the blocks aside if you have them close by. Bend the knees. Bring your bottom all the way down. You're going to come to the long side of your mat and come into a wide-legged seat. So you may want to take a moment and move the fleshy part of the seat away from the sits bones. The feet are flexed, toes towards the ceiling, but there's a little ease in the knees. Nothing is locked here. Right, you're gonna lift the arms up. Again, practicing that side body length. And then you're gonna simply begin to hinge forward. There will be a spot that you stop, and it might be pretty close to being upright. That's okay. Stop where you stop. If you do have blocks, you can bring them to you, or a block alternate to bring the ground closer to you as you fold a little deeper in. Some of you might be able to get your whole torso on the ground. That is awesome. It is not required, but just be where you are, and we're gonna breathe together here. Again, feeling that intense sensation across the insides of each leg. And allowing the breath to smooth all of the edgy places. But notice that you are exactly here, exactly here. And if you notice that the mind is tumbling somewhere else, then draw it back by deepening the pose and deepening the breath. The average attention span of an adult human is about 8 seconds. Right? I have a feeling it's probably even shorter in these quarantine days. Right? So if you've gotten more than 8 seconds, right, consider yourself winning. Right? So breathe in, breathe out. On an inhale, begin to walk your hands back. Nice and easy. Draw the legs forward. Shake them out a little bit. Nice. You're going to bring the right foot to the floor, right inside the left leg. Again, sits bones rooted. Left arm lifts up. Draw the right knee towards the chest, the right hand comes back. Come back through the center, cross the right ankle over the left knee. You're gonna bend that left foot and just sort of wiggle side to side. You might hear a little snap, crackle, and pop around the hips. It's just that extra, that synovial fluid kind of moving around. And then come to stillness. We're gonna switch sides. That right leg's gonna extend. The left knee draws in. Right arm up. Turn over the left knee. And spine tall, not strict. The eyes can drift over the left shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then unwind. Again, now the left ankle crosses over the right knee. Bend the right knee. Bring the right foot to the mat. And a little shift here, side to side. And then come to stillness. Bring your feet to the ground. We're going to lay the spine on the mat. Pull the knees towards the chest. And just massage the low back a little left and right. And then come to stillness. Bring your feet to the mat. They're about hips distance apart. They're not too far from the sits bones. Take the arms back behind you. So again, finding that special space where the shoulders are dropping from the ears, but the side bodies are long. Palms are facing the ceiling. Feel the backs of the hands press into the mat. Feel the feet press into the mat. And then gently, vertebra by vertebra, lift the body off the ground. And then vertebra by vertebra, drop yourself back down. One more time, inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower. Walk your feet to the sides of the mat and let your knees tent to touch. You can bring your arms back down at your sides. You can rest one palm at the chest and one on the belly. Take a few moments here in a final rest. Constructive rest is a little more supportive to the low back. That's where you are now. Or if you want to extend arms and legs out to a full Shavasana, please do. Stay here as long as you can in your final rest. If 30 minutes is about all the time you have, then very kindly bring your knees back towards the body. Rest on your favorite side. Pause a moment here. And right here, where you are, pause. And then gently press yourself up to an easy seat. Again, that might be with the support of a block. It might be on your knees. Arriving full circle back to where we began, yet somehow completely different and new. Together, let's take a deep breath in and out. Again, inhale and exhale. Draw our palms to heart center. Thank you all so much for choosing to be here with me this afternoon. Namaste.